Scarcity adds value to anything. The scarcity of real estate agents in the market, the amount of agents that have left the property market, and the scarcity of property, the lack of properties for sale. We're going to talk about it and how that impacts the market. Stay tuned.
Good morning.
So listen up. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good. Really good, actually. After 993 episodes, we've actually upgraded the chair system we're sitting in at the moment. And I can actually say it's never been better.
Comfy chair?
So comfy. And the posture's great. It almost looks like I'm standing up, but no, it's just good posture and yeah, really comfortable. I've been really enjoying the last couple of episodes.
Nice. And Billy Bob, you watched a good movie on Netflix. What do you recommend?
Yeah, everyone needs to go and watch Stillwater. It's the #1 movie on Netflix, and it's definitely a good watch. Recommend. I won't spoil it.
Stunning. Now things are getting scary. Scarcity out there at the moment. So we're going to give you some high-level truth numbers. We're going to tell you how that affects the property market, and it's numbers of people that don't normally report. Like you always hear about auction clearance rates, you always hear about prices up, prices down, but I think fundamentally people are trying to work out what property's doing. And I'm a big fan of scarcity. I'm a big fan of sentiment as well. Very hard to measure sentiment, but they are two probably the highest impact things in property.
Yeah, it's this conversation was striped up in our sales caravan yesterday, where we were driving around to look at all the new properties coming on, and I think Glenn, one of our agents, said there's close to 500 properties for sale across the Northern Beaches, which works out to be about one per agent if you take an average. But there's just been not only a lot of property stock that's left the market, there's also been a lot of agents that have left the marketplace.
It's pretty big. I was talking to one Tom Panos, industry leader, on Saturday about it, and I said, look, it's a great thing to be talking about. I guess it's really good news and really bad news in a way. The volumes not being done by real estate agents, i.e. sales, has led to people leaving the industry. Now, I guess when we just throw numbers at people, they don't really get an idea of what it actually means. But when we start racking it up to previous numbers, then you start thinking, shit, that's super, super low. So to give you an example, with the property industry, so our particular part of where we are in Sydney is the Northern Beaches. Northern Beaches represents about 105,000 properties. Northern Beaches represents about 280,000 people. And normally with realtors, with real estate agents that are registered on realestate.com.au, in that section there, sales agents registered on realestate.com.au, we normally sit at around just under 700 agents, and those agents are serving the Northern Beaches public for whenever they want to sell their property. For that to go down, Billy, to 500 odd agents today, which it is if you do a search on Northern Beaches, that's a warp. That's a mind-blowing warp of a change. To do my maths out aloud, it's 35% of agents have left the industry in the last 12 to 18 months in our area.
It's a massacre. They've all disappeared. It's sad, but it's a big number that certainly, as you said, just people don't talk about it. It's not a common number to talk about either. So that really is underpinned by lack of stock. If there's no stock, there's no sales, no money. And this lack of stock is definitely what's underpinning some good sale results at the moment, because there is lack of choice. for people that are looking to buy. We've got an article that talks about, potential where people can, cash in on this lack of stock. And I think going back to that buyer sentiment, people are seeing lots of buyers at few open homes, which is giving them confidence at the homes that they are at, that, there's other people looking.
Absolutely. Now, high level numbers with properties.
Yeah. So I've got a data set for you quickly. I hope everyone can see this all right. This is a...
Hey, Billy Bob, can you zoom up on that at like 3-4 times so we cut out that thing on the right?
Nah, it's an advert. They're cheeky like
That's
that.
it. You can't cut it out a bit more?
Oh.
Yeah, that's real good. Look at that. Look at that.
Guys. So this is where demand is outstripping supply. So below I've got the top 10 Australian suburbs. This is not Sydney, this is in Australia, with a combination of the greatest difference between buyer inquiries per listing. So that's someone leaving an email, it's someone leaving a phone number, it's someone leaving an inbound sort of message for an office to get back to them with a question on a property, and then the listing volumes over the year to March. And then surprisingly, 9 of them are in Sydney. So of the top 10, you've got Lane Cove North, takes out number 1, Forest Lodge, Panania, Camden South, North Kelkel, which is on our doorstep, Allambie Heights on our doorstep, Jubilee Pocket, which is Queensland, Chiswick, Freshwater on our doorstep, and Belrose on our doorstep, all of which, those 4 suburbs we've sold in the last couple of months. For the year-on-year change for number 1, Lane Cove, there's a 54% decrease in stock levels over 12 months, which is massive. That's half the properties are selling this year as they were to last year. But what's interesting is you look on the year-on-year change in inquiry per listing, it's up 160%. So there's no wonder there's just a buzz around these properties that are on the market. You've got 160% more inquiries coming in, and that seems to be
a whopper.
the trend. It's a whopper, yeah. I've actually never seen numbers like this put together, so it's really interesting for an agent to look at this as well. But those numbers remain pretty consistent. Forest Lodge, 50% decrease in stock, inquiries per listing up 153.
Where is Forest Lodge?
I don't know. It's in New South Wales.
It sounds good. It sounds like a comfy place to live.
Yeah,
now, if we move across to our northern beaches and overlaying that stuff, Forest Lodge. Hang on a sec. I'm going to tell you where it is. This is killing me. Forest Lodge is next to Glebe.
Okay, there you go. Luke knew it.
Mate, there you go. Yeah, cool. Wow, it sounds like a cool place, and I do love Glebe. And again, overlaying our big data, which is little data for Australia, but our big data, we can have on the northern beaches 900. I've seen 900 and over 1,000 properties for sale on the northern beaches. Units, houses, townhouses, everything for sale. Realestate.com. Now, that number at the moment is sitting at about 505 properties, 510 properties. So the only time I've ever seen stock levels around 500 is when it is that Christmas, New Year period. A lot of people don't auction their property, don't sell their property. So I could probably confidently say I haven't seen stock levels this low in probably a good 10 years. That equals scarcity. Scarcity equals price growth. It's like anything in the world, whether it's a watch, whether it's a a can of Prime, soft
Yeah, true.
drink,
It's true.
whatever it is, it's always irrelevant to what it is. It's going to drive it in price. So that's good news for the marketplace that that there's scarcity with property. I think particularly in our area, and I get that we may be we're I don't know if we're the best metric for Sydney, but when you consider there's 100,000 properties, it's pretty bloody good. Um, that's really good for people with capital growth. So I think, guys and girls, if you want to learn how to search scarcity and track that number, because not many people do, go into your realestate.com and write your precinct, or where you are. So for instance, we're in DY, but our greater area is Northern Beaches. They allow you to search that. For instance, if you go to domain.com.au, you can search eastern suburbs instead of Double Bay. So that'll give you the whole precinct. Now, domain.com.au are quite friendly. They give you that whole number. Even after you search realestate.com.au, they don't give you the number. You have to click map. Once you click map, it says there's 505 properties on the map. That's the only way you can track how many properties are truly on the market in your region.
It's a good tip. But that is, I think that is the backbone of why properties are just going crazy at the moment. Those are the numbers, and it's taken us a while actually, I think, to get a hold of that little table we've been looking for. So I think that's going to help people just understand what this crazy buzz is about, what the hype of activity is about, and where it's coming from.
And that's a show.
That's the show.
So in summary, before we go, if you can be buying in a suburb that there is not an oversupply of that particular stock, you will do well in the future. Scarcity makes you money. Hunt for it.
It's crazy to think 4 of the top 10 suburbs in the country are literally within 10 minutes drive of here, where we're sitting right now, is the most in-demand real estate. That's crazy. 9 are in Sydney, but 4 are within 15 minutes drive of where we're at. Go DY.
I was talking about scarcity to someone the other day. You know what they told me?
What'd they say?
Handbags.
What about them?
If they don't sell the limited edition,
Yeah.
I think they'll talk about Prada or Louis Vuitton or whoever they were. If they don't sell the limited edition, guess what they do with the leftovers?
What?
They burn them.
Do they? Oh, there you go. What a shame.
And again, that adds to the scarcity of that product. Rather than discounting that product in the marketplace for the people who bought the limited edition, they dump them.
There you go. Good episode.
So guys,
there you go.
Yeah, and bottom line, the super brands in the world, in the country, they really that whole scarcity thing, they really put it on steroids, and it's always going to add value to whatever you're buying or selling.
Thanks, Mark.
That's a show.
Have a good day, guys.
Take care. See ya. Bye.